Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Welcome in, Equivalent. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. It's a short week, and I'm thankful it's a short week. Tomorrow is totally the last day of the week for me. And I'm just glad. I'm tired. I need some relax. Like, I haven't had a day off in like 2 months. Oh, minus weekends. I looked at Canada, BC, British Columbia holidays. There's one on Friday, and then the next one after that is like almost exactly a month later in May 19th. And then it's July 1st. And so it'll be a while until I get another one. You know, it is what it is. I guess sick days, I guess. If I need more time. Anyway. I've been trying to figure out some more grammar stuff. Enough to like do like, here's grammar video, here's how to use it, here let me explain some basic stuff that's not actually basic stuff. And then go from there. Like as the first kind of grammar video. So I've been looking at that. You'll hopefully do it maybe this weekend. Do like a simple fence video, but go into just explaining things. Oh, holy crap. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Go in and yeah, explain like a bunch of stuff that just isn't really explained how to do. But like I like a base level, just so people get started with using grammar. That might motivate me to start using grammar as well. I just haven't, aside from like a fence, I just haven't, and building walls. I just haven't found a use case for it. So that's one. Hello, Prickly Prickle. Nice name. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. You have a question? I have an answer. The answer is 5. Thank you for asking. You said by my wizardry, how do we get the location of a trace line channel by channel to ignore your third person character? Look into collisions. You probably will need to add either need to do a check that just checks if it's your player character. That's probably the easiest way, or you can do it by channel. I appreciate it, Prickly Prickle. I appreciate it. Yeah, so here I'll go into Unreal right now and show you, because it's super simple. So if I have a line trace by channel, right, and And then I want to only do it if it's if the hit result is the player, or sorry, it's not the player, because I wanted to ignore the player. I can either do a multi-line trace by channel, right? And then filter out and just don't do anything if it is the player, because what you can do is on the hit actor, check if it is player controlled. Get instigator. When I get this instigator, and then is player controlled, and then you can do like if it is right, if the hit actor is player or not the player, you can do something. If you don't want the player hit at all, like you want to just be ignoring and like go through the player, then you'll need to look into trace channels, and you'll need to look up a YouTube video on it, because that's a much bigger discussion that I don't have time to answer during the stream. If you have a grid of points, how can you make a middle one smaller and the ones on the outside white? Easy. Hey Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well. You're assuming you're using a spline or anything. Whatever points you have. So like for example, you do spline, then you do spline sampler, right? So you have your on interior points. And then you also want to have points on the spline itself, on spline. So basically, and then all you need to do is use a distance node. Use a distance node. And then you can specify the distance here. And then set density. Done. Hey, Guts, welcome in. You forgot I went live? I mean, I only have several places where you can turn on notifications for, but you know, that's okay. Oh, the first one is on interior. The second one is on spline. So basically all I'm doing is like this is your spline, right? So I get the points along the spline, and then I have the points on the inside. And all it's doing is saying, hey, what is the distance from this edge? And so obviously the ones further in will be further from any of these points compared to... But keep in mind that it's, if you have a weird shape, like you have a shape like this, right? This might be black, but this will not be black here because the distance here is bigger. But you have to play with the distance values to get what you want. And when you use a find in array that's struct and you try to make a struct variable, even if you disconnect the pins, it still treats it as default when it's searching. What? If you're using, if you're using a grid of points, it's even easier. I mean, just find the middle, pick the middle point, and do a distance against all your points. Yeah. If you want to know what your middle point is, then just get all your points, divide it by 2, and that's basically the index of, and that's the index of the point, and you just get the point. Yeah, like I said. Create points grid. Here, I'll do a create points grid version for you, okay? Create points grid. I'm being generous. So this has how many points in the world? Let's do local. So this has 100 entries. So then I need to point filter. I want to do index equals 50. Distance, I don't know, 100. I think I got it the wrong way around. Oh, do I need to do, is it not 40, 50? It's 100 entries. 10 by 10. Should it not be going this way? Anyway, but you see what's happening, right? Change the distance here to 200. You got a bigger fall off, 300, and you reverse this if you want. But you usually just pick a point or pick a location. X column. So if this is 10 by 10, that'll be 5. So it'd be 1. What? Yeah, so it'd be 5. So it'll be what, 55 is what you're saying? Or... why is this not a square, right? Why is it not the same on both sides? I don't know. Either way, the point still stands. You gotta find the middle point, however you do it. Oops. I didn't know. And there's your... oh. Do whatever you want. How do I find the edge of the grid? Well, the points are just spawned in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Right, they're just spawned in order. Figure out how many it's per point, and then you can find the edges mathematically. Every, you know, on a default grid, if I reset this back to default, it's every 10 points. So index 0, 11, you know, 21, 31, 41, 51 is always going to be at the edge. 0, 11, 21, 31, 41, mathematically. 51, 61, right? 51, 61, 71. Yeah. Obviously, you can't go past the indexes, but you could theoretically do a vector point and then convert it to a point. You can do a lot of things. Point is, that's how you do it. I'm doing right, good guts. You know, I'm doing right. Doing right. Guts self-reporting. He doesn't have notification alerts on. Is honestly saying something. I mean, I don't know if that's impressive considering Guts is usually here on time, or sad because he wasn't here on time today, and that's sad. That's ground for demodding. Guts, you're slacking. People are requesting your demotion. You want the distance from the outside, not the middle? I mean, invert it. If you just invert it, it's the same thing. Who's asking for it? Leo. It's like when you're trying to find a value in the array, but you only want to search based on the part of the struct, not the entire struct. It's sort of not going to work. Yeah. Like more promotion downwards. What's the one sentence synopsis for your for my game? A deck building action RPG Binding of Isaac roguelike that is actually 2.5D and made by solo dev. That is my that is my synopsis. I hope you enjoyed. You get away. Where is? Oh, there you are. You're here. Ah, I fell. It's fine. We'll just take care of them at the low level. It's so dark. I don't know why it's so dark. Why are we chugging? They're a bit stuck over there, I think. There we go. Got him stuck. That is a mouthful. Thank you. Yeah. You know, some might say that's a good thing. I don't know. It's probably chugging because reasons. I don't know. Computer's probably like, oh, I don't want to, or whatever. Where to get my animations from? They're 3D animations that I turn into sprites using a workflow I have in Blender that goes Unreal to Blender to a sprite back to Unreal. For the clip out effect, I wonder if you use a fade out dither, it might be smoother. A fade out. I tried a dither. It looked really bad because it just looks like dots, and it's not like consistent dots. It just looks like noise. What I think I need to do. Why do I like? Why is it when I search for images, even like it's always low res? Always. More. Size, large. Dear God, I just never. Like, seriously, all Google things, like search has gotten worse, Google Images has gotten worse. It's just everything's gotten worse. What I probably need to do is do sort of like other action RPGs, like this Path of Exile 1, and basically like it's still a top down, right? But you're not looking through things ever. I need to do something like this more so. That's probably what I need to do. I just need to design in a way that does not have tall buildings and does not have like all that kind of stuff. And if we look at like caverns, like what is this? Okay, so I have this image. I'm filtering by large. I go to this image, I right click, open it in a new tab. It's 300 by 168. The point is, I want to just show, like, even in the caverns, like even like in a cave environment, you still never, right? You never look through things. Yeah, I don't care. I want to load the full thing. This used to be how it loaded the full thing, not the thumbnail. Like, I don't want to go to the website. I don't want to load all the extra crap. I just want to look at the image. And you can. Oh, I've done this for decades, and the fact that you can't do this sometimes anymore is so stupid. So this is probably like the direction I'll need to go eventually, right? Like even this. Right, so this one opened fine. Right, so there's like a bunch of stuff, but you never, from your camera perspective, you never look through things. It's designed for it. The problem is I'm doing multi-level. And also, but I think that's even that shouldn't be a problem. It's the fact that it's just the fact that I need to design more like this, and it probably is a matter of moving the camera also higher and making it then narrower, so it'll be like a more narrow FOV, but it's stuff for later. But yeah, the plan probably is to get rid of the use case for that in general. There's some places that won't get transparent, yeah, but you're not like, it's not doing a cutout for like everything. Yeah, certain things will get, called and stuff, but it's enough of a top-down view where you don't really need it for most things. The problem, right, is that for me, right, like I can't have this tall. I can't have my camera here and have these this tall, right? The only way I can see it is if I do the cutout or fade out or something. Fade out is not as nice, but I need to see my character. Right? So yeah. So yeah, the idea is eventually that it'll just be different designs. That's all. Anyway. That's the plan for later. Much later. Whenever I redo layout, design again. I probably need a different pack than the model pack that I was using. It'll be a different environment entirely. Yeah. Anyway, yesterday we were working on this, which is a web area that, you know, I go slower in. But only inside of that. But thing is, I can dash fully still in here. And I want my dash to also be smaller while inside of it. I want a lesser dash, which means I'm gonna need a modifier on my character for it. Why don't I have player open anymore? Hum hum hum. Ben graph. Ben graph. Oh, if you got the distance between buildings and made the camera orient towards the center of the two nearest buildings. What? The camera angle is locked. I'm not designing to have it rotate. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't have any designs for rotating cameras. Camera is locked. Oh, wait. Was it not on you? Was it on the character base that I did this? Oh, it is on the character base that I did this. That's right, because I wanted to have it set up for everyone, potentially. Okay, in that case... No, I still need the player. For the player, though, I still want to get... I still want it, though. Because for the player, we'll do call to parent function. So we'll do all the parent stuff. And then I'll need to do add a variable. No, hold on. I am doing a bit too much hard coding. I remember from yesterday, we hard coded this max walk speed. So what I want to do is get the original walk speed, original movement speed, but the problem is the AI is different than
here. Pausing for
the player. So I think what you have to do is two separate systems. Probably. I'll be right back. One moment. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. Because we're no longer using data tables for AI, it's actually going to be easier to do it. But that means we need to remove it from the parent class and put it into the children. Yeah. We'll still do... In case I add something in the parent, I will have it still go off of that. But this should be just fine. This is the player. And I just need to get the walk speed. And I need to remember, do I have the walk speed on the stats? I don't think I do. I shouldn't. I have 6 stamina and all that kind of stuff. No, I don't have movement speed. Good. I just want to confirm that I didn't have it there. I also want to see if I'm using saying this anywhere else. Nope. Good. So what we can do is during our initialization, is where we initialize a bunch of variables. We can create a new variable for ourselves that's going to be like our original walk movement speed. Original movement speed. Float. Movement. We're going to set it. And all we're going to do is get the... is it the character movement component? Get max walk speed. And we're just going to set it. So now we have the original movement component. Or the original movement speed. It's going to be set at the beginning. So that way, if I change it on the character, it'll just update to all of these locations. I can put that in here. And here will be also relative to this. Okay. So theoretically, we haven't changed anything. Okay, it still works exactly the same. But what I can do now is on the player. Oh, as you see, a max walk speed I set to 700. So it wasn't even 6. So I was wrong to begin with. That's why it felt slower when I left the circle, but I couldn't tell why. Because my default was 700. If I set this to 2000 for whatever reason, I'm speedy. Now I'm faster here because, again, it's relative. And I'm back to being speedy. So it now is fully dynamic to whatever I set the movement speed to. Cool. So for whatever reason I updated my movement speed, it will be relative to that. Like when I get the sprint power up and my movement speed increases, it will be relative to that. So great. So we have this, but now we also need to adjust the distance that we dash to also be less. So let's see what the best way of doing that is. Dash distance, which I have here. I probably need to do a dash distance modifier, and that'll be the simplest one. Dash distance modifier. Default will be 1. Dash distance multiplied by the dash distance multiplier will get us this. So now what we can do is set the dash distance to dash distance modifier. Just be a 1 when it resets. But when we have it, we want to set it to this times that. I think we just need to grab the U, right? If it's at 95, yeah, we just need to grab this. I need to make this cleaner. No. Maybe. Kind of. Kind of, yes. Aha! I'll shove you in there. Okay. So now, theoretically, when we go into the zone, we should not be able to dash as far either. We could dash completely as far. Why? Point 2. So you do it here. So to grab you and put it here as well. That's important. There we go. So now my dash is also slower equal relative to my speed. So if my speed is now 20% of the original, my dash is also 20% of original. But clearly it's, you know, dashing still faster. But, yeah. Okay. So, that's that part done. The sun is moving. The sun is moving. I need to put up sun blockers. Oh, sun. Oh, I hate you. If we go to the slow zone here, we are checking specifically that it is the player when we do this. I don't want to check that it's the player. I want to check that it is that the tag spoken like a true vampire. I wish I was a true vampire. That's because they're powerful as hell. They can turn into bats. Multiple. If you kill a single bat, what happens to the vampire? Do you get an ear chopped off? Hey Jay, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Are you going to component these? What? The ability that I have is a separate thing? Or do you mean like component this? This is a blueprint interface. I see no reason to put a interface into a component to be by itself. It's already an interface. I don't need this component on anything that doesn't already have this interface set up. All of my characters, myself included, come from the same base character. So the base character has this blueprint interface, which means everyone has it. All enemies and I have it. So there's no reason to put it on a component. Like, there are some things I have in components. Like I have like a bunch of the ability math I put on components because it's just easier that way. But something like this, I see no reason to. So what we want to do is we need to on spawn. We need to know who the damage dealer is. Actually, we could theoretically hold on. Get owner. This is for network replication. So if I spawn this, hold on. Because we have we have an owner here that can plug in. Can I use get owner? Would that work? I've never actually used it. Blueprint libraries also nice to use. Blueprint libraries are great when you're reusing the same function all over the place. Yeah. But I'm not using that function anywhere else. Like that setup exactly anywhere else. So there's no reason for it. Theoretically, I could do get owner. Oh, but it has an actor object reference. Oh, it's an actor. Yeah, it's actor object. Not object reference. Actor object. There's a difference. Check has tag. Theoretically, we could do player. And we want to basically do this. So we're going to check that the owner, whether or not he's a player. And we're also going to check if the other actor is a player. And we're going to just take both of them and do not equal. As long as they're not both players or both not players, then we can do this. Now, it might complain right now. What just happened? You guys see what's happening? So that's a bug that we're going to fix. I don't know if you caught that. Basically, if this is the circle and I'm running into it, I touch the circle, which sets my dash speed to dash distance to 0.2, and because I'm in the middle of the dash, it puts me back here at 0.2 distance, and so I get teleported back because it's updating it mid-dash. We're gonna need to adjust that so it doesn't do it mid-dash. Your effect does not follow the mesh. Yes, it does. It follows it if you go when you go in a straight line. See? It does it if I start falling, and it continues to do that. But otherwise, it follows it. If it follows it, I mean, it looks like it follows it. No, that's what I was just describing with the drawing of why, of what was happening. Yeah, that was my whole explanation about that. How I'm being teleported back. Obviously, the effect does not get teleported. But I do. That's what we gotta fix. That's a bug. So what we need to do is... we're setting the destination multiplier. But really what we need to do is... dash. Oh, it's all on a timeline, so I can't put it in a function. I use local variables, which is unfortunate. Before I do this timeline, then I guess I need to do another dash distance modifier. Snapshot. So we can just do it. We're gonna put this here. Instead of this, we're gonna have the snapshots. Okay. And then on dash start, we're going to take our dash distance modifier and set it to be dash distance modifier snapshot. So if we update this, it should not then teleport us back. There we go. So we can get further in here, right? Mid dash, but once we're in here, now it's working correctly. That's what we want. Again, because originally it was teleporting us back mid dash because it's updating mid dash. I wish there was a way to have effectively local variables in the event graph. It'd be so nice. Like, I don't need to save this as an actual variable. It can clear after this whole thing is done. Not this whole thing, but like this whole thing is done. But because I'm using a timeline, I can't do it. It is what it is. Anyway. So now let's see what happens if I spawn this. You cannot collapse to a function. Here's a timeline. Right click. Collapse to function. Collapse to function failed. You cannot put anything in a function that uses time. You cannot use delays. You can't use timers. You can't use timelines. You can't do anything that makes it take longer than a single tick. And to the right of the timeline? I mean, yes, but I also want to do it here. Like, I also want to do that. That's why I have a, that's why I have, like, a function here called dash timing and another function here called dash set position, because I can't do everything on one function because it's on a damn timeline. It's linear timeline, though. So, like, I think at one point this wasn't linear. I'm pretty sure this wasn't linear, but the other thing is I have a end of dash event. I have some stuff. A custom event that I can change the timing on. Yeah. So I think timeline's nice. You put the actual timeline not connected to anything in the actor component. And you can call it from a function. Yeah, but I need to then I still need to update everything, right? You still have the timeline then. And everything from the timeline. Right? You still then have a function, a timeline, and a function. Which is what I have. Right? I have a function, I have a timeline, and then I have a function. It doesn't change what I have. It just puts it in a different location. Which is fine. But, yeah. Does not change what we have. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. And let's get ourselves a new key here. We'll do like 6. You put the entire thing in a function for a one-off local variable like you want. Well, let's say I can't do that because I need that local variable in one function before and the function after. So I need to put it into both locations. Right? But you see, then I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, I just need it into both locations, which is kind of the. That's why I have a function and a timeline and a function. Like it could go into a macro, but I heard macro has issues that you shouldn't use them, so I don't use them. Spawn action from class. We want to spawn this guy. And I want to check if I can put owner as self. Oh, get actor transform. I probably will be. It's probably gonna be in the air when I do this. Well, look at that. It doesn't doing me. It doesn't do me. It's not doing anything to me because I'm the one who spawned it. But if we get an enemy here, well, it's not going to do anything to him either because we haven't coded it. So let's wait for that little demo. let's set it up for the enemy. Let's set it up for that. I'm gonna just copy all this because it makes it easier. So we don't need the original movement speed here. We want to do something else. We want to do get character. Oh, actually, we want to do this on the set movement speed functionality of the state tree. That's where we want to do this. So all we want to do is basically set a variable that's going to be like slow or not slow and the amount. Or I guess just set a multiplier on here and then use it in the... Yeah. So what we want to do is something very different. I think it would matter if the only point of it would be to visually clarity, which still wouldn't affect the logic if it's doing the same thing in both locations. So yeah, I would have no reason to do it. Yeah. The only reason is visual clarity. There's no practical reason that I'm like, so it just doesn't matter. Exactly. After the game jam, you're going to look into plugins, into modular coding. You mean blueprints? It looks so interesting to just be able to enable or disable stuff that affects the entire project. Just a plugin. I mean, you can just set that up yourself. Modular pieces for UI for the current jam. You've been working on, right? Yeah, modular UI is great. Simple to do. All you do is expose the blueprint. So when you create it, you can just set up all the parameters for it. There's a great video about it from Epic, where he makes a hover component and a spaceship shooter. Nice. There you go. You got something to check out there, Leo. If I create a variable, this is to a variable. I'll just rename it to movement speed modifier. And all it's going to do is set the movement speed modifier here. on the base of BP enemy. And so what now we can do is go to the AI, state trees, state tree tasks. Locomotion. Set movement speed. So this set movement speed, right, just sets the walk speed. But what we need to do is take whatever speed I have in here and then multiply it. Get movement speed modifier. By that. Also, I realized I just removed the reset option for it, so let's put that back. I don't know why I removed this part. Still want this part. When we're not resetting, we're doing this. When we are resetting, we're putting it back to 1. You do not need to worry about dashing mid-section or anything, so that should do it. Oh, the behavior of the controlled by whatever components are dragged onto it for the AI? I mean, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. So here's our little AI. Why isn't he moving? Oh, because I set the default for this to be 0. Let's put that to 1. Oopsie. There we go. Now he's moving. But if I drop one of these, now he's slow. He was not slow while entering.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay, I think I know how to fix this. We need to tell him to do something specifically at an event, so we just send a state tree event when this happens, and the state tree event in all the graphs needs to be that it changes the movement speed. Yeah, modular UI is absolutely the way to go. Mostly because it's easier. Yeah, I putting widgets in widgets is like me putting structs in structs. It's just, you know, it's the way to go. It makes things easier. It makes things easier. Yup. Where's the AI? I'm going to go to state trees, character trees. I need to modify all of them. We'll start with the skeleton one. Then, once it works for this one, then we'll set it up for the others. So you left your struct on the struct. I like my structs and structs, but they don't like me. But they don't like me. Add state. child state. This is going to be set or update movement speed. Task set movement speed. Oh no, I need a new task that's just update movement speed. Update movement speed. So what we're going to do is, instead of all this, get movement component. Not that one. Character movement, is that what it's called? A character movement. And then get max walk speed. And so we want to take the max walk speed of its current and multiply by the modifier, and that's going to be the new walk speed. Okay. So now on this one, we, instead of this, we do replace, update movement speed. This is going to have a condition on enter. It needs to have a tag. Or I don't need a payload struct. What do I put it under? Not status. What do I put something like that? Like, make a new one that's like AI dot update movement speed, like an AI section, or just anything AI related. AI dot update movement speed. That's fine. That'll be our entry. And here we're gonna do make a transition on event. It'll go to update movement speed. It'll be normal. The event will be AI update movement speed. Toughest part of making a game, naming something, especially gameplay tag. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You have the same sort of gameplay tag, AA.state. There you go. Yeah, this is just gonna be AI. Anything AI really, I'll just put it under the AI subsection. It's not a state because I don't really have states. The states are all built in here, basically. So it's just gonna be AI dot whatever it needed to be. So theoretically now, though, on here when we do this, we can do state tree, and then send state tree event. We're going to do this for both of these. Make state tree event. This is going to be speed. Slowed event. I don't even know why I'm putting an origin in there. So that should be correct. This one still has the modifier in here, which you still want. But look at that! he immediately gets slowed. And if I go in the other direction to make him come out, once he leaves out, he should go back to full speed. What? Oh, well, he doesn't. And that's because, yeah, I still have this here, which we need to replace with the same system as we have here. Didn't update this yet. Can I? No, I can't really. I can't. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's do this. Update movement speed. Other actor. This is a boolean, and this just says reset. Get reset. Oh, and also, and then we also want another one that's going to be the slowdown percent. Slow down. Can't see what I'm typing. Percent. Float. And this is going to be a select float. If select, because I like the regular one, because this is going to be a true or false. If I'm resetting, then we just set it to be 0. If it's not resetting, then we set it to be get slow down percent. Then it's obviously going to have issues. 80. Zero, reset. Bob's your uncle. There you go. Changing the names, a whole event unto itself. Yeah, for the gameplay tags. Changing gameplay tag names is yeah, is a thing. As far as when the code works the first time immediately after coding it, yay, collapse into function. Yeah. There you go. And now when he leaves... Excuse me? Excuse me? Why he don't go back too fast? It prints the hello. So it is doing this. Oh. I think I need to finish task. Yep. That was it. I was just never finishing the task. Okay, well that's not fair. You jumped out. Yay, there we go. Ta-da! So he immediately gets slowed. And when he leaves, he has to go fast. Does it still have the tag? No, I'm never adding the tag to him. No, the tag is never added to the character. Well, that's not very jumped out yet. So it is a stage 3 event that is just based on a tag that I'm sending it. It's not actually being added to the character. So if I do check has tag, and I check if the character has this tag, by the way, fantastic functions that I added early on that are just so useful. Check has tag is a blueprint interface that I made, and now, but it's obviously been added to the character, so I just get it from there. They're just, all it is it checks the tag, right? That's all it is. It returns if I have the tag that I specify. And then add a gameplay tag. Oh, not that. Why do I have event add gameplay tag? I have this one, which is just this. Add gameplay tag with this, but I just don't have to get it each time. And I have the same version for remove. I don't know why it says event remove. Same thing, right? Highly recommend these 3 functions if you're using gameplay tags. It just saves you an extra little input that you have to plug in the thing constantly to the... And this one, I can... This check has tag I can do for any of my characters because it's an interface, which is great. Like at any point, I'd be like, oh, does it have a tag? And if this returns false, which it will if it doesn't even have the interface, then automatically, you know, it's good. Works. But yeah, so if I do, does it have it? And I come here. See, it says false. Even though he got the event on entry and exit, it says false. Because he never actually gets the tag. The event just triggers from a tag event. I saw some bugs there, but we're not going to worry about that. Don't worry. If anything, it's being added to the state tree itself. Nothing's being added to the state tree either. He dashed normally in the field. He doesn't have dash. He should be able to attack normally in the field. Let's find out. Oh, did I delete him? When did I delete him? I deleted him subconsciously. It's gonna be a moment. Yeah, he attacks just fine. And if he does a dash, he can dash across it just fine. So... I'll need to update some stuff. Yes, an attack. It's a jump attack, basically. Look how bright everything is. Look at this. That's my computer, I'm pretty sure. I think that's my computer. But that doesn't seem right because there's this big gap. And then there's this. Oh no, yeah. I think so. Yeah, the line on the bottom is just to show you where the attack is going to be. Because this is 8 directional, right? It's hard to tell where the attack is going to go. you can't quite tell based on the animation itself. So this shows you just, yeah, where the attack's gonna go. I probably should update the... I should probably update the dash and that kind of stuff as well. To actor, move to location. Speed, no. Movement actions. Bunny hop is pretty small. Dash around player. Let's update this. Dash towards player. Should also be affected by this. Teleport around self should not. Bunny hop should. So the min-max radius should be affected by get movement speed modifier in radius. It'll just make it so it's smaller. That's all. That's all we need to do here. The amount of deaths incurred learning how to rocket jump in Quake. Wait, what? That was random. You playing Quake? Check this on the ground. Rotate towards player. Line of sight to player. Check distance greater than. Dash distance. There we go. Oh, the bunny hopper might. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was so confused. I was like, why are we? Where? How did we go to get to Quake? Okay, bunny hopping. Got it. See, now it all makes sense. I never played. I mean, I think I played a bit of Quake, like, but not much. The game that I really enjoyed and like just like was from like around that time. You'll never guess. It was Unreal Tournament. The original Unreal Tournament was awesome. Like the new ones were also good. I just like Unreal Tournament. I know, shocker that I am using Unreal Engine. But that's how I learned about Unreal Engine. That's how, like, I remember UDK was awesome. Like, I played it, messed around, like, making some weird, like, levels where I just ran around. I mean, they weren't any good, but... Man, original Unreal Tournament was so good. Oh. Like, and then there were some like really cool weapons. I don't play against players. I played against AI. I just had a blast. This was the original. So you can find, oh, the flat cannon. Oh, the flat cannon was so fun. I want myself like curious. You can see the gun. It's like a short range like weapon, but it also has a grenade launcher effectively built into it. The shock rifle. Oh, good stuff. Yeah. The BFG though. I believe there's a BFG. I don't remember if it was in the original one though. That might have been. Yeah, the shock cannon was great because oh, this is 2004. This is 2004 Unreal Tournament, but it was yeah. You like shoot a ball, and then to right click, you shoot the ball, and then when you left click and you shot the ball, it would explode, dealing like a ton of damage. So this is like obviously a professional player doing this. And obviously you can both do damage, but you just did more damage if you comboed it. It's great. Good times. I mean, way better than I've ever seen. I'm not a competitive player. Like I said, I played against bots because I played single player basically. Not basically, I played single player. So I just had fun. Nothing like overly complicated in that regard. Why am I doing this twice? Let's do this. There you go. You're good now. Time to target radius. Radius is where we need to update this. Yeah, you. Also, I like how I call it movement speed modifier. I'm using it for all sorts of things, including radius. Terrible name. Clearly, it was a terrible name. Okay. So now we should be good. We should not we should not update the. Ooh, do we want attack distance modified? I don't want to do attack distance modify. Also, you might have gotten a notification on Discord. You might want to check that. Yeah, let's update the attack range. Let's have attack range be smaller too. I think that's a good idea. Combat. We'll just do it on the hold attack. aka the jump attack. But delay jump duration. That might be a little more complicated. That might be a little more complicated. Oh no, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Because it should go to pause attack animation. It'll go here. No. And then pause animation, pause attack animation. Yes, jump attack. This right here. Okay. Active forward vector multiplied by the jump attack range. There we go. So this is where we need to do it. So all we do is the movement speed modifier. I should do that. So now he should no longer be able to jump as far. And everything should update relative to the hold attack arrow. Also, this jump attack range. Here we go. I need to update this as well. So we do this. Multiplied. Modifier. That gets set. So now, let's see. So he's slow, and we need him to attack us, or try to. Perfect. Look at that. Look at, oh, wait. Why he jump that far? Which one did I miss? I missed something. The fact that he was able to jump that far means I missed one. But the little jump in place is great. Well, I'm testing right now with 80% slowdown. Obviously, if I did like 30% slowdown, and that's the full one. And if I did this, right, he's not as slow. For the attack, I might only reduce it by 50%.
Pausing for ads.
I might not cut it down as much for the attack. But this... but I kind of like the fact... I kind of like the fact that it's like that. So for now, I'll keep it that way. And this is meant, by the way, for the boss to work on me. Obviously the slowdown percent also should be a I'll do it for the ads. Should be an exposed variable that I can set on spawning it, so you can control how much it slows down. What did I miss though? Move around point, I missed. Move to location is still location. He shouldn't have a teleport, so... And teleport should... That should not have been what happened. Dash towards player... He should have been dashing towards me, so I don't think that was it. And we updated this. The only thing I can think of is dash around player, but we updated this as well. Not sure. Not sure why that one dash was the way it was, but if it happens again, I'll investigate. Otherwise, it works. I don't get slowed in this. He does. Fantastic. Okay. So now we no longer want to be spawning that. So we want to promote this to a variable. Slow down percent. It is going to be exposed on spawn. Okay. Refresh this. There's a percent. Have AI make an infocom adventure? What is an infocom adventure? I don't know if I've heard of that. So just make sure that it works for enemies as well. On begin play, spawn action from class. We'll plug this in. Owner is self. Split. I don't know. Get actor location. Sure. Whatever. That works. So he spawned it, he runs through it, and I should no longer be able to spawn through it. I'm running away! He's fine on it. Because I mean, technically speaking, I'll probably eventually change it to be like spider enemies only like have this effect, but it depends on what kind of reason for the slow. So I'll probably also need to set it up. I probably also need to set it up that there's an option to have both parties get slowed by whatever it is. The person placing it and the one not placing it, but I feel like it's bad for enemies to have the ability like that, and it's bad for the player to have an ability like that, or it would affect the player if the player uses it, or an enemy that if an enemy's right. From like a gameplay perspective, I think it'd be bad. So I'll add it if I feel like I should later. Hey, Shastri, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Day's going all right. I can't wait for the weekend. Infocom is a text adventure company. They make games like Zork or A Mind Forever Voyaging. I've never heard of them. I'll be honest, I've never heard of them. Also, get messy if there's a lot of them on the field, so you might want to have a global control to limit if they can spawn or not. Well, here's the thing. The way I'm doing this is all of this was for the boss. The boss is going to shoot a projectile, and either if it hits me or if the projectile, either hits me or is at like wherever it explodes, it will spawn the spider web there. And then after some time, it'll just go bye-bye and disappear. So that's what we're gonna do. So, first of all, let's deal with the projectile. I have the acid one. If I just duplicate that one, and instead of acid, this is going to be web. And then this particle system. I'm going to duplicate this. Get a web version. And hopefully, for this one, I can just change the color somehow. I just need to change the color of this. Initial color. That is definitely not the color. Color. No, that's not color. That's the color I want to change. Okay. I want to have like mostly like white. You know, it's a slight warm color. That's it. It's all the colors. Why is it still the color it is? Probably. Oh, it's gone. What just happened? Why did it just disappear? Okay, it's back. What happened? What happened? It's probably the mesh that it's spawning has the material. I guess. It should be fine. For the test we're doing, it should be fine. Cascade because it's from Paragon. So just, I'm using what I got. But this web projectile, I need to so do I have a on hit, right? I have an override on hit effect. So I can override the on hit effect. Yeah. There we go. So now what we can do is spawn actor from class. And this we want to spawn you. Slow down percent. 80 is fine. Get actor. I don't want to do it where the projectile is because it's gonna be in the air. So what we actually want to do is line trace by channel. Actually, line trace for objects. Object types is static. Start is get actor location. And I don't know, like 3,000 units down. And assuming you hit, we do this. If you didn't hit, we do that. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what this trace is. We're tracing downwards to hit the ground. Yup. That should be good enough. Yeah. So, I'm not going to test on you yet because you don't have a projectile attack implemented just yet. So instead, we're going to get a different enemy and we're going to give him the projectile attack to test with. Wait. I forgot to open this. Owner. Get Tony actor. That's important. Okay, so let's get one that does not run away from us. So let's get the mushroom. So all we need to do is change this attack. Wait. Yeah, this attack is a projectile attack. And it is spawning this mushroom thing. Instead, it's going to spawn the web. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this projectile needs to start further away. Let's say like 100 compared to his normal one, because it's hitting him basically. No, more 150. Why is it exploding right away? No, this projectile shouldn't have gravity. This projectile does not have gravity. Why are you hitting right away? Odd. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put it back on you, and we're gonna use the boss that it was designed for. Where's the mushroom attack? Put you back. Attack angle. Projectile. Okay, we'll pretend you're fine. Let's go to the boss. You. Yeah, it's not meant to go on him anyway, so I'm not like super like, oh, we gotta fix that kind of thing. Okay, good job this being broken. Because I'm mid changing things. So that works. So see, it worked. I see some problems with it. Aside from the effect not being visually correct, what the problem is, I don't need you anymore. You. It's getting its actor location, but its actor location is not necessarily where I wanted to trigger. I wanted to trigger where it impacted, basically. So what I probably need to do is here. I need to add another input to this. Oh, whoops. Wait, I didn't mean to add it to this. I meant to add it to this. Oops. Head actor. Added to the wrong thing. Head actor will be you. And this goes through. And then head actor is what we get the actor location from. Can you shoot the other one, please? Yeah, so now it's in the middle of where I am. And now he's broken. And I get slowed down. You can play around with how big it is and all that. But for now, it works. Okay. Let's put you back to where you were. Acid, thank you. Also, why is it the way it is? I want to see impact effect. Yeah, impact effect is doing its butt thing. Where do I see the textures? I need to update the texture locations. Color, RGB values. You. There we go. So now we're getting the right thing. Better. There we go. Open all of these. I haven't realized that, yes. Recast these, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't like you, but I appreciate it. There we go. See, now we're getting what we were expecting. The look we wanted. Great. So, this one, first of all, needs to be moved to... Second of all, to duplicate it and make this the web version. And then the web version is what is going to go on to you. And again, we're going to make it not green. I ran into a similar issue the other day. His drive was low in space and textures were not loading because my drive is definitely not low in space. It is a caching problem that I reset up the cache at one point and it just broke all of the stuff that was cached and it doesn't recache it for whatever reason when you open it unless you open the file. I don't know why. I question it. But, you know, it's fine. We deal with it. What the hell is this color? Okay, everything is... No, I removed green from everything. What? Is there scale color by life? It's blue. That's fine. So you change the scale color by life, huh? Fine. I will change them. This one's fine. This one's fine. Okay, where is where's the rest of them? God damn it. Okay. Why? Why? I just want to... It's alpha. Constant is constant. Oh, here. I missed this one. Still on there, huh? Okay. Don't care about alpha. Just move all this to the middle. Where am I still missing stuff? I have to be still missing stuff somewhere. Tangent, why is it still green? Where? Where is it? Where is it being controlled? I don't want it green. That's all. I just don't want it green. You know what? Here. Actually, here's what we can do. Just turn off this. That's the streaks. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. Not you. Not you. This one. Black elements is the green stuff, which is not black. It is green. I should point out. Let's not worry about that though. It's somehow on this. Its initial color? Well, without initial color, it just doesn't do anything somehow. But why is it green still? Oh. It's because the texture is green. God damn it. Okay, hold on. That's why. Hold on, we're gonna fix this. So I want to move this to my own folder. My Nagra folder. Nagra. Up here. Cascade. Conventional instance. White. All we're gonna do is first check if it has a saturation control. Probably doesn't. But it has a color control. That's good enough. Perfect. And now we can put this in here. God damn it. That's why it wouldn't turn white, no matter what color thing we updated. Because it was green over it. Why tint it in the material instance if you're then going to tint things in the particle system? Why not just do one or the other? And these are the kind of questions that I always have. I never get answers to them, and so I just get a headache, and that's how it is.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
You also get a headache? It could be the headache bros. It could be the headache club. Sonny had you had the worst headache of your life? Oh man, that sucks. I don't get migraines, but I did get a migraine once. When I was younger, like I had a sinus infection, and then I got a migraine, and my god, like for like a little bit, I was just like in bed in pain from the headache. It was miserable. But if you have Excedrin, that stuff does wonders. It's not available everywhere. Like, it's not available in Canada. It's available in the US. But the medication Excedrin is like amazing for headaches. You had shivers? Are you sure that it was just a headache and wasn't some kind of sickness, momentary or otherwise? Yeah, that's how I was when I was young and I got a migraine. Yeah. One of my old coworkers gets migraines all the time. I mean, he's just out of commission. He can't do anything when he does. Yeah. And especially if it's like right here is where you have the pain. That's a migraine. Like it was like in the front. I mean, like that's a migraine. And they're brutal. They are absolutely brutal. Okay. So I think we're good on the projectile. I kind of want to increase the size of it a little bit, but I'm not gonna just. I will. I will increase it a little bit. I will increase it a little bit. So right now it is at 400. I'll make it 500. That looks right. It was a migraine? Yeah, that's what I figured. Excedrin is the medication that I took that, like, after like 10 minutes, I was like just fine. It's also the medication that my coworker that gets lots of migraines gets whenever he's out of Canada and he's visiting the US or Mexico. He gets like tons of Excedrin. That helps him as well. Like it is a very powerful one, so try lesser powerful ones probably first, if you have them again. But it was one of those that if you got it once, it's not a bad idea to have, like, assuming you have a medicine cabinet, to get some. I don't have a medicine like at home, by the way. I don't have any first aid stuff or medicine of any kind at home at all. I remember there was a guy who came over to like fix the dishwasher at one point. He cut his finger. I'm like, sorry, I don't have bandages. I've never owned bandages or band-aids, not bandages, band-aids. I've never owned band-aids. I'm terrible. Yeah, I sent him home with the with a cut on his finger. I know, I'm the worst. You get headaches on the 45-degree angle from the side and near the top of your head. That is very specific. That's also, I mean, I don't know. I know the headaches and I know migraines. Like headaches is like more like here, like overall, and migraines definitely is like more here. Like that's where you like feel the pain. Yeah, I don't need you anymore. But what we do need, just want to see how it is relative to my character real quick. Yeah, see, that's better, I feel like. Maybe a little too big, but I feel like that's better. I can't promise it's available where you are. I just know that this helped me. Specifically for like headaches and stuff. But definitely check. This is like hardcore stuff. If you have like a really bad, like, put you in a like you can't do anything kind of thing, and ibuprofen doesn't do it, this will. Pretty much kind of thing. Yeah, look up the name. You can look up like what's in it, and then see what's but you might just have it. Again, it is one of those things where it is just a You don't need a prescription for it, at least. Like in the U.S. or Mexico, you don't need prescriptions for it. It's just you go to the pharmacy and just grab it from the shelf. But it depends on where you are. Is that just I don't know what that is. The guts. I don't know. I'm not a pharmacist. I couldn't tell you. I've never had any like that. That doesn't fix personally, but I mean, everyone's different. Yeah, that's what I had. I had a sinus infection when I was younger, and then that translated to like a sinus infection / migraine. And it was like I was in bed like for like 15 minutes in pain, sweating, and then like I took that like after 5 minutes, and then I was like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm good. It's great. We gotta put this update movement speed onto every single AI that I have. I remember that Excedrin does have caffeine. Yep. The rest, I don't know. I'm not. I'm neither a doctor nor a pharmacist. So. Oh no. Paste as children. I can only try to help, and then if it doesn't work, then you're on your own. That's it. You're on your own. I can't help you. I can never help you again. It's one and done, you know, gotta be fair. And last one. Nice. Okay. Classic pro, John? Yeah, I'm a pro. Pro is one of those words that is the same in Japanese as it is in English. Just with the accent change, basically. Nah, he's a pro. I'm a pro. Like proctologist? Yeah, pro, like proctologist, because that's why they're a pro, because there's pro in their name. Yeah, that's how you know a true professional of the field. They have pro in the name. The others are just, you know, wannabes. Do this for every single one of these. This, you already have it, so I'm gonna close you. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, you have a fine cover. That's fine. Paste. I wish I didn't need to put this on every single one, but I do. Oops. Like you could have trees inside of trees, but you can't like. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Do I know what kind of doctor is a proctologist? No. You're asking very complicated questions. I have no idea. I like all the medical stuff. The names are too complicated. I don't know. Like I know what a dentist is. Like that. I mean, I don't really go much past that. Like, you don't think dentists are doctors? See, thank you for proving my point then. I don't know any doctor names at all then. Thank you for proving the point that I don't even know what any doctor is then. They have way too complicated like names for their things. Proctologists, the butthole doctors? Okay. Imagine not knowing what a... Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Settings. Alright, that was me.
你們仲酷手揾你時候，
ネウモのオトラマイクロスコピクジー空間のコニオジス。
You want me to say that? that was Japanese trying to read English, I guess. There's a thing you get when you breathe volcano ash. Sort of infection in your lungs. Jesus. It's not a doctor, but rather a term. Oh, okay. I pressed test, but it's not doing it again. I think it's upset at me. Okay, I think it's upset at me. Watch is gonna say it at some point in the future randomly. At a random point, it's gonna get unstuck and he's just gonna say the thing a few times. Okay. So, spider. Spider, spider,
Yung trauma carpet silico kane and kari assist.
What did I say? It's probably gonna get stuck at a random point. I'm just gonna say it. I pressed the test button a few times and it wouldn't do it. And watch, it's just gonna do it over the course of the stream at random points now. Whenever it gets unstuck. Enjoy, I guess. It sort of gets easier when you break it up. I mean, ultra microscopic are different words. Ultra is a word, microscopic is a word. Why would you not put just spaces there or put dashes there? Yeah, but like, why don't you just put spaces there and they just call it like a full thing? It's you don't need to make it a one word. People. I like you misspelled volcano. You said it the same way again. All of that for a spelling mistake. Oh, I can't believe it. I think it goes back to an earlier point, naming things suck. Yeah, true. Absolutely true. I'm tired. I need to figure out something for the animation. I can't use these animations. We could use this and like remove the part of it when he goes like way higher in this cast roar. We make a modified version, and that's gonna be like shooting. That's gonna be like shooting the projectile one. It's not gonna go as high up. He's gonna go like up to here, and then it's gonna shoot basically. Oh, this one. We can do this one. Maybe. It's gonna put his ass in the ground. I don't know. Oh, not death. Not these. Not that. Yeah. We'll probably use this one. And then just remove part of it. Let's see. Let's try it. Duplicate. So this is going to be like a spit. Let's see if we can do it. I rub my eyes because I'm tired. And now I'm even more tired. Mistakes were made. Okay, so what we want to do is I want to remove here. So I want to remove between 4 and 15. So 15 and 4. Let's do one between. So let's do 5 to 14. Let's try 5 to 14. I don't remember if I can delete the sprite numbers here. I can't, so I have to do it manually. Great, thanks, Unreal. Thanks, you're the best. You're the best. Okay, we'll try with this one then. We'll go with 14 to 5. So we'll do 14. 12. Yeah, it's fine. There's a little quick projectile attack. Sure. I might change the timing on this, but that's fine. So for 14 to 5, we delete each one, the one after the other. And we're left with 8. Is that right? Get back to the one I had open. Yes, 8. Yay! I'm doing it right. I need to focus because I don't want to delete one I'm not supposed to. Because that would mess things up. And that would be bad. I wish I could bulk delete them. Bulk delete them, but I started talking and I lost count. Oh. Look, I did 2 of them. Okay, it was very high number. Okay, you can't expect me to count that high and not lose count. It's difficult. Okay. Okay, 3 left. Two left. Watch is gonna play ads before I finish this last one. Oh, it didn't do it. Yeah, finish before the ads. Oh, there's like another minute and a half before ads. Yes, it was a while. Okay. So now we can add a new duplicate this, and let's do Great Spider spit web. And now if we just swap all these projectiles out, swap all these animations out. We'll be good to go. Wait. Oh, up first. Do it right. Yeah, you can look at that. Oh, spin. What are we playing here? Don't want to play that stuff. What we want to do though is do an attack. We want to do it like here. Why does it look like that? This is what it's supposed to look like. Oh, it's because no, what? Okay, add notify. Add notify state attack. There we go.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
There's our ads. Yeah, so we're going to change this to be a projectile. And then we'll be good. And then I'll be able to shoot a projectile. I need to check if do I need anything else from... let me just check if I don't need anything else other than that. A combo trigger. Adding a widget at runtime sucks ass? What do you mean? You create a widget and you add to viewport. That widgets are normally done at runtime. Or do you mean something else? Like you pop a widget up and up, like you create it at runtime usually. You set up a lot of stuff? No? Create widget. Select widget. Add to viewport. If you don't like it, remove from parent. To remove it. That's it. Now the widget itself can be complicated, but to like add it to the viewport's not complicated. Okay. So this should work. We should change this right to a projectile. Just start offset probably will be like 100, I'm gonna guess. This needs to be the web. Damage scale 1. Damage scale actually 0.5. It's gonna do less damage, but it's going to do the effect. Because we can control that. Yep. The rest were fine. Okay. So what we need to figure out is what we want the spider to do. So currently, it has 3 stages. I'm gonna write it like there's 5 stages, but there's right now only 3 stages, so I'm gonna do it like this, in case we want to put stuff in between. Stage 1 is just attacks. Stage 2, or written as 3, is the spiderlings. And then when it comes back, it does attacks plus charge. Here's what I'm thinking. I think we go a little differently than this. I think we go attacks, regular attacking, just basic, like, you know, like, that. Then we go spiderlings. Then we go with spawning the spiderlings. So the spider goes away and it spawns the spiderlings. Then is going to do that one. Then is going to do attacks plus web. Okay. Then it is going to go spiderlings again. And then it's going to do attacks plus charge plus web. So we get 2 rounds of the little spiders. And then every time the spider comes back, it's going to add a new attack type. I would almost want to do it at 25% intervals instead of 30, but I think it's fine to do it at or 33% intervals, right? Every 1/3. Every 1/3 health, it'll go away, spawn the spiderlings, then it'll come back down and do this, and then this, and then this. So what we'll probably have it do is do basic attacks. Then what it's gonna do. It's going to shoot a web, and then it is going to do the attack. Right? So it's gonna try to root you in place and then immediately do an attack. So it's gonna be like a 1-2 combo. And on the last one, it is going to try to root you in place, and then randomly it's either going to start charging or it's gonna do the attacks. It's gonna do one of those. The charge is very powerful, so I probably we'll see if this combo might be extremely overpowered if you get a hit, because it charges multiple times. What I might do is for the charges is I might tell the charge to stop if it hits you. But if it doesn't hit you, it'll keep doing the 3 to 5 attacks. But if it hits you, I think maybe I'll have it stop. It's kind of cool to have it keep going though. But I feel like it's like hitting I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's I think the plan for the rework of the spider. I'd love to here's what I could do. Okay, hear me out. This is going to be like a thing if I do this. We could do spiderlings again. And then on 7, it's going to be a web floor. So we're just going to basically the spider's just gonna go and either spit web everywhere, or web is just gonna spawn or drop or something to make the entire floor webbed. For like let's say a 25% speed reduction. So like entire floor is 25% speed down for the player, and then it also does charges and attacks. So it will not shoot the web anymore. The web will just be everywhere, but with a 25% disc. It won't be as powerful as if you got just hit. So effectively what we're doing is not really 7 stages, but you could call it that. But we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 for the spider, which happens at 25% increments. And then every 25%, it goes immune, spawns spiderlings. I kind of like that. That makes the boss a lot more interesting, I feel like. We'll have... The boss gets more powerful, effectively, with more attacks as you progress. So even when you're like, the first time you're fighting it, and you're trying to learn the mechanics, you only need to learn one mechanic at a time. Like, it's just doing basic attacks. What kind of attacks, obviously, you do. Then you're like, okay, now you need to start dodging a projectile. Now you need to start dodging a projectile with charging. Now I have a lower movement speed / dash distance. And now you still dodge all of that. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a big rework. But I think it'll be a good one. That's the plan. Written terribly. But welcome to my mouse handwriting. To be fair, my actual handwriting is not that much better. Okay. It sort of works, finally, jeez. Congratulations. Here, just for you. You had to reorder one of the notes? Yeah, order is important. Order is important. Order of operation matters. Yes. Okay, congratulations. Okay, well, tomorrow we will get started setting up probably locomotion and movement of the spider first, and then figuring out how we do a multi-stage thing like this. We'll probably need to do it through gameplay tags. We'll do like a phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And that will trigger things in the stage tree, which will just do its own thing. Yep, that's the plan. That's the plan. I like the plan. I hope you like the plan. I'm tired of the plan. Well, I'm just tired. I'm not tired of the plan. Are you making them at runtime and putting them in an array? Because they're all these are components. Oh, are you not having like a widget? You're having like widget components that you're like displaying on the characters themselves, like to move with the characters. Is that what you mean? I guess you can do that. Yeah, for like heads up display and top and all that. Got it. Sometimes, if you always need a widget component, it might be easier to just make a widget component and then just set it at runtime. If you always need one, it might just be better to just have it and then you set it, and then just hide it when you don't need it. Something like that. Just thought. But anyways, guys, yeah. We're gonna continue this tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna get some sleep. And you guys should too. Sleepy time, best time. Grid will need to have a value to display, but instead of having unnecessary widget, I just have make what needs to runtime. Got it. I see. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.